Okay, really excited about this new, at least new to me, app called Science Journal. Science Journal is a free app available on pretty much all smartphones, Android and iPhone. If you're in somebody else's already, wow, you can back out just like in iMovie, and there's a little plus sign down here. I'm going to tap on that. Now it's a new screen. It's a blank screen. Just like in a traditional journal where you can write and draw pictures, I can do that. If I tap on pencil, I can type in, and then I can choose a photo, or I could do a selfie, and then I can. So I'm doing an experiment with wearing a pencil in your ear. I don't know. And then I can go back to take notes about that. Or I can go, actually easier to see down here, to a couple different things here. I'm going to go to the, it looks like to me a Pokemon ball. So I'm going to tap on the Pokemon ball. And then, oh my goodness, you have several options. I want you to notice how it's positioned like a phone. Last time we did iMovie, we turned everything sideways. This is called landscape. You can do it this way, but you'll notice that the image here is still set up like a phone in the portrait mode. So I'm going to go back to portrait, and that just, it makes more sense that way. So you'll see with the arrows over here that it's instructing me to tilt to the left or to the right, side to side, and the sensors can read that. Or I can go to the y-axis, which is the up and down there. Or I can go to the z-axis, as in z-space. Why do we wear glasses with our z-space computers? Because of the 3D. And so I can, wow, bring this forward and backward, just like a 3D movie, and measure that as well. Today, we're going to focus on the light bulb icon there. This is a measure of light. All smartphones with a front-facing camera, or at least most of them, have a sensor that measures light. And if I put my finger over that sensor, what do you think is going to happen to our little ball here? Let's see. Ooh, wow, so a lot less light, and it comes down. What do you think is going to happen when I move my finger away? Ooh, look at that. And the light bulb actually changes as well. I wonder if I can do like a halfway. Yes, I'm only covering a little bit. Look at that. I wonder if I could do a dance party. Pretty cool. All right. There's also a record button down here. What do you think is going to happen if I press that record button? Now it's measuring and recording at the same time. And then I can stop that. And I can scroll it that way, and I can actually tap on the image, and now I can play it back. So what we just did was we just turned a light reading into a sound reading, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to go back to here. Now, it is your turn to go back to your tables, and we're also going to have a flashlight today. What's the rule with the flashlight? Please don't shine it in your face or anybody else's. Instead, we're going to shine the light right here over that. Whoops. We're going to shine the light right here over that light sensor and see what happens. Captains get to go first this time. Everyone gets a turn, but captains get to do it first. Okay, now it's time for us to do a new trick. So we're going to go, we're going to stay with the light option here, the light sensor. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to tap on little blue dots. Now, by the way, it's a little tricky because you've got some 3 dots here and 3 dots here and 3 dots here. The way I remember it is I look for the light and I come over to those 3 dots. And now it says enable audio. Audio means what you hear. Enable means allow it. So, or turn it on. And now I can I can change the sound by changing the amount of light. Now, the noise is not the most pleasant, so if you want to turn it off, you just disable. The good news is you can tap on it and go to settings, and you can choose a different sound version. I recommend scale and conductor. You can try all of them, but I think conductor is the best one. And then we come over here to, and then, so it's set to conductor, but I have to turn it on. So I'm going to enable. Ooh. And of course you can record it as you make the song. Now, you have to disable the audio if you want to go back and watch the one you just did. Now, I would love it if it would play it back in that pretty conductor sound. I haven't figured that out yet. I'd love it for you to figure it out and teach me. If I press play, it's in that default sound. Still interesting, but I'd love to be able to change that. So, and to back out of that, you just back arrow. And so this time, person number 2 gets to go first. Everyone gets a turn, but we'll start with person number 2. And your job is to keep it in the light monitor, light sensor, and enable the audio and try a different version. All right. So we have had a turn learning how to add music to our light. Now we're going to try the compass. It's a little tricky to show on camera here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to just rotate this around. And ooh, that is tricky. I'm going to have to keep it flat when I do that. And it does change. Although visually, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. That's why I love the audio option. So I'm going to go back to, oh, by the way, the compass is the one with the needles on it, right? Next to the light bulb. I'm going to come over here to the 3 dots next to the compass. And before I do enable audio, I'm going to go ahead and choose scale, because that's another pretty one, I think. Now it's nothing playing. I have to, whoops. Look at that, Mr. Farrell with the wrong one. Let me make this easier to see. I need to go to the one next to the compass, the 3 dots, and I'm going to say enable. Okay. So now I need to rotate this down so you can see it better. Ooh, 350. Ooh, 360, and then it starts over again. So the higher the number, the higher the note, the higher the pitch. Lower the number, the lower the pitch. All the way down to 0. Now a compass really only shows one direction. Which direction does a compass show? I'll give you a clue. The Earth, The Earth is a giant magnet, and so the compass points north, which is read as 0 degrees. So you could actually close your eyes with this and still find north by listening to the lowest note. If you know where north is, then you can find south. All right, so we're taking turns. This time it's person number 3's turn to go first. Everyone gets a turn, but person number 3 goes first. If you only have 2 people in your team, then captain gets to start again. Make some music. Another neat trick for chorus students is the pitch meter here. It actually tells not only showing the highs and lows, the frequency of your voice, it also matches the note to your voice. So I am not a singer, but I can whistle a little bit. Okay, Miss Riley, I'm not sure if this is accurate, but I'm thinking top of my head, this might be right. Here we go.